Welcome back to the Power Rangers Monthly Gaming News Recap, a series where I recap all the gaming news that happened for Power Rangers that month. We got a ton of Power Rangers news this month due to Power Rangers Day, so let's jump right into the gaming news. Starting off with Legacy Wars, recently, the game saw a client update requiring some players to upgrade their devices in order to keep playing. The game now requires iOS 13 or Android 6 or newer in order to play. This update was pushed out to make gameplay smoother, but the server latency issues and weird lighting currently plague the game. I suppose lighting isn't too big of an issue, but if you aren't used to it, it can be a bit of an eyesore. Personally, I hope it will reverse the lighting back, as it's just too bright for me, and it's easy to see that weird pixelation you get when you take a screenshot. Some good news came with this update, however, and it gave Legacy Wars some hope. Since this update released during the week of Power Rangers Day, a new app icon and splash screen were added to the game, which revealed not one but two warriors at once. Lost Galaxy Red, which was this month's warrior, and Macedon Sentry, which we have not heard anything else about yet, though players speculate that he will release in September. Speaking of the recent warriors, releasing yesterday, Leo Corbett, the Lost Galaxy Red Ranger, came to the game. A balanced legendary warrior, Leo is super strong. While he doesn't hit quite as many times as Ninjetti Billy does, he can still melt your health down very quickly with cheap moves and a ton of fire damage over time. His assist is probably one of the best in the game as well, as it not only deals a ton of fire damage over time, but it comes out super quickly and has 12 hits. It's really good for setting up projectile-based or otherwise long-range combos. That's not to mention Leo's insane super mode, which grants him invincibility and two seriously overpowered and high EP cost attacks, including the game's first 10 EP cost attack, which deals over 18,000 damage in one hit. Needless to say, Leo is really good and really fun to play. On to Heroes of the Grid news. This month, Ranger Ice Pack number 4 released. This expansion brought Blue Centurion, the Thunder Rangers, Super Mega Force Silver, and Ninja Steel Gold to the table. Blue Centurion gives bonuses for attacking enemy cards with certain keywords. The Thunder Rangers bounces off each other very nicely as they break through the enemy's defenses. Super Mega Force Silver builds upon a previously established and super fun mechanic, involving kit bashing the combat decks of multiple Rangers, and Ninja Steel Gold allows multiple cards to be played per turn for a price. These Rangers have been super fun to play with. Jonathan Ying, the genius behind the game, never ceases to amaze me with new Rangers, villains, mechanics, and modes of play. Unfortunately for some players, including myself, who pre-order Ranger Ice Pack number 4 later in the pre-order cycle, our pre-order bonus, the Forever Blue Pack, has been delayed a month or two due to some packs being damaged during shipping and needing to be replaced. Luckily, Renegade Game Studios found out about this and notified those affected in a timely manner, before players became concerned when they would only receive one of two packs in their order. Let's just say Renegade's customer service is top-notch. Not long after the recent orders were fulfilled, Renegade announced another Renegade Con for October 11th. They linked the schedule to the announcement, and a new Heroes of the Grid expansion was mentioned by name. According to the Renegade Con schedule, a Kickstarter for the new expansion, titled Eternal Rangers, will go live that day. Unfortunately, that's all we currently know about this expansion, and we likely won't know more until Renegade Con in October. As always, I will be following this closely, so stay tuned for more updates. Earlier this month, Mighty Force finally released. What's funny is that, while the game was delayed until the 7th, it actually dropped out of nowhere on the 5th. We checked it out on 2 live streams, and we now know why there wasn't any combat gameplay in the one trailer we got for the game. There is no combat gameplay. All this game is an idle tycoon game where you watch your resources build up enough for you to unlock a new area to build up resources in, or a new character or vehicle to fight the bad guys for you. The end of chapter boss fights are just 5 of your rangers automatically fighting a group of enemies, and it isn't even close to exciting. It's safe to say that this game isn't meant for video making or live streaming, or for players who want any sort of action. It's safe to say that many of us didn't make it far enough to see Tommy Oliver make an appearance as the Green Ranger. However, the game wasn't dead on arrival, as it received an update not even 2 weeks after release, adding chapters 29 through 31, as if there weren't enough hours being spent watching 5 things move on your screen at a time. In slightly smaller but arguably more exciting news, Rita's Rewind got a small announcement last week. Players will be able to unlock and play as Tommy Oliver himself, the Green Ranger. This isn't exactly a surprise, as there was a hint for this in the first trailer during the roller coaster section, but it's a more than welcome announcement. That's a wrap for this month. If you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't, and tune in for the September edition of the Power Rangers Monthly Gaming News Recap. Until next time, this is Shard Collector, signing off.